Good evening, graduates, teachers, families, and friends. I stand before you not just as someone who once sat in a seat like yours, full of questions and caffeine, but as someone who has walked through many stages of life since that moment. And the one thing I can tell you is this: the future is built by the stories we choose to believe and the ones we choose to tell. Back when I was sitting where you are, we read Thomas King's The Truth About Stories, and one line has stayed with me ever since. The truth about stories is that that's all we have. At the time, I thought it was poetic. Now, I know it's true. In the past 25 years, we've seen our world change in ways no one could fully predict. Climate innovations have reshaped our cities, AI has become our coworker, and space travel is no longer science fiction. But despite all that progress, what continues to define us, what roots us, is the same: our pursuit of purpose, our connection to others, and the stories we tell ourselves about what matters. You're graduating in a world that is both more connected and more divided than ever before. You have access to more knowledge than any generation before you, and yet wisdom remains as rare and precious as it's always been. So let me share with you 3 things I've learned that I hope you'll carry with you, 3 parts of the story you're now stepping into. First, pursue meaning, not just success. Titles, wealth, awards, these are milestones, not destinations. They don't define you. What defines you is how you show up for others, the work you do when no one's watching, and the courage you have to care deeply in a world that often rewards detachment. Second, connection is not optional. You'll be told that independence is strength, but I've learned that interdependence is stronger. The people who changed my life weren't the most powerful or successful. They were the most present. They listened, they showed up. They reminded me that none of us gets very far alone. When you feel overwhelmed, when the world feels heavy, reach out. Your greatest strength will come from the relationships you build, from your ability to stay open, even when it hurts. Third, protect the story you believe in. This world is full of noise. It will try to sell you stories of fear, division, and scarcity. But you get to choose another story, one of hope, responsibility, and renewal. As King reminded us, take it, it's all yours. That's not just about stories, it's about agency. You have a voice, use it. You have a path, walk it. You have a story, tell it well. If you forget everything else I've said tonight, remember this: the future is not something that just happens, it is something we shape together. And the shape it takes will depend on the courage you have to imagine better and the work you're willing to do to make it real. You are the builders of bridges we haven't yet needed, the teachers of lessons we haven't yet learned, and the storytellers of futures we haven't yet dared to dream. So go, step into that future, not with fear, but with curiosity. Ask better questions, love harder, fail bravely, and above all, stay human. Because in 25 years, when you're asked to speak to the next generation, it won't be your resume they remember, it'll be the story you chose to live. Congratulations, class of 2025. The story is now yours. Thank you.